Hey, welcome back. I'm really glad you're here. Today is day 3, and we're talking about something that every single person in the Pathfinder community has in common, no matter where you're starting from. Whether you're a student, stepping into your first real job, someone whose career got turned upside down by injury or by the world just shifting under your feet, a professional ready to level up, or someone who's finally decided to build something entirely new. You're all navigating change. And that can feel a little overwhelming sometimes. So today we're going to talk about how to do it with confidence. Resilience is about being flexible. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Resilience. That word gets thrown around a lot, and most people picture it as being tough, pushing through, not letting things get to you. But real resilience? It's actually about being flexible. It's not about being hard. It's about knowing when to adapt and when to hold your ground. Think of a tree in a windstorm. The ones that survive aren't the ones that refuse to bend. They're the ones that can move with the wind without breaking. That's what we're building here. Flexibility. And that's good news because flexibility is something anyone can develop. Section 2 is about reactive versus responsive change. Now, here's a really important idea I want you to hold on to. There are two very different ways people respond to change. We call them reactive and responsive, and the difference between them matters a lot. When we're reactive, we're running on fear. We're scrambling to keep up, chasing whatever trend just showed up, saying yes to things that don't even line up with what we care about, just because we're afraid of being left behind. Sound familiar? Most of us have been there. When we're responsive, it looks completely different. We pause. We assess what's actually happening. We decide what matters to us. We adapt in ways that fit our values. And we choose our discomfort wisely, meaning we're still willing to do hard things, but we're doing them on purpose. The goal isn't to never feel the pressure of change. The goal is to respond to it intentionally instead of just reacting out of panic. In the next section, we will talk about building adaptive change. Stay with us. Section 3 covers building adaptive capacity. So how do we actually get there? How do we become more responsive and less reactive? It comes down to something we call adaptive capacity, your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And it's built on 3 practices. The first is curiosity. When something new or unfamiliar shows up, instead of getting defensive, you get interested. You ask questions instead of making assumptions. You approach it like a puzzle instead of a threat. The second is experimentation. You try things without needing to be perfect right out of the gate. You treat mistakes as data, information that tells you what to adjust, not as proof that you're failing. And the third is reflection. You pause to actually process what's happening, what worked, what didn't, what's next. That little habit of checking in with yourself makes a huge difference over time. Here's the thing I really want you to hear. These are not personality traits. You don't have to be born curious or naturally experimental or whatever. These are practices, skills, things you can build. Anyone can develop them, including you. Now let's turn to the role technology is playing in these changing times. Section 4 is all about learning in the age of A. Now let's talk for a second about what learning looks like right now because the world has genuinely shifted. The old model of learning was study something, master it, and use it for decades. Pick a lane, go deep, and stay there. That made a lot of sense for a long time. But that model doesn't hold up the way it used to. Skills evolve, tools change, and AI is changing them faster than ever. The idea of mastering one thing and coasting on it for 30 years, that's just not the reality most of us are living in anymore. The new model is learn, apply, adapt, repeat, continuous learning. The goal isn't mastery, it's adaptability. And honestly, that's actually more exciting, even if it takes some getting used to. Section 5 is the final section where we explore your journey today and the practice tools available to help. Okay, so let's bring this together. Here's what today is all about. You've got 3 things on the agenda. First, you're going to develop your adaptive capacity. We've already started on that. Second, you're going to explore some skill building frameworks. And third, you're going to build some real confidence with AI. And to help you do all of that, you've got 4 guided practice tools waiting for you linked in the description and available in Pathfinder Campus. The Change Navigator helps you assess what's actually in front of you and decide how to respond, adapt, resist, or let it go. The Skill Planner helps you create a realistic plan for learning something new. No overwhelm, just manageable steps and routines you can actually stick to. The AI Partner teaches you how to work with AI tools effectively, prompting, refining, integrating. This stuff is genuinely useful right now. And the Resilience Coach helps you build the mental and emotional strength to handle uncertainty without burning out. These tools are there for you to use at your own pace, in your own time. That's the beauty of the Pathfinder community. The resources are there when you need them, and so are the people. In closing, want to leave you with one last really important thought. You're not here to master everything. That's not the goal. The goal is to build the capacity to learn anything, to become someone who can face what's new, what's uncertain, what's uncomfortable, and move through it with intention. There's a big difference between those 2 things, and the fact that you're here showing up and doing this work, that tells me you already have what it takes. That's your superpower. And to add even more energy to your efforts, we've provided a link to these practice tools in the description below. Try them out, work at your own pace, and let us know in the Pathfinder Commons community how they helped you. We'll hope to see you in the Pathfinders Commons community space. Next week we will be hosting another session here in the Pathfinders meeting room. Join us for another great session and meet the coaches and others just like you who are here to support you on this journey. And take a minute to explore the resources on pathfindercampus.ca. These are challenging times, but there has never been more opportunity to do something meaningful in a rapidly changing world.